Thank you so much for tuning in to Girlfriendz Chat Corner. I am your host, Inga Anderson.
And I'm Inga Rachel Project.
And we are in the house with Miss Stephanie Dumas. Hamilton County Commissioner.
Yes.
And can I say this?
Let's do it. Drum roll.
Yes, you need to drum roll this. First African American County Commissioner in Cincinnati, Ohio. You hear me?
Girl power.
First. Girl power.
And
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm
is winning.
Thank
You
you.
are winning, winning, winning. You know what? I was reading on internet about you. I read up on you, and I love the confidence.
Thank you.
Because that's what she said. They asked her, well, you know, how did you feel about winning? Well, I was born to win. And the funny thing about your competitor had more money than you did.
Oh, yeah. $500,000.
And you had what? A small amount that she used for signs in the yard.
Yes.
You hear me?
Uh-huh.
Did you hear what I just said? For signs in the yard. So she used that money to win her campaign that way. So tell us, other than the church, you backing of your church,
Yes.
and you had one more person that was that's a big name here too, that was also backing you, but everybody else was common people.
Right. I was not endorsed by the Democratic Party for the primary, but I went on anyway. And of course, as you know, I won the primary by 7,000 votes. I won every neighborhood in Hamilton County. And then went on, I only had 7 people working with us to cover 814,000 people in Hamilton County. And then in the general election, we went down to 5 people, and we won by 17,000 votes.
Now you know, I did read this too. You still got people scratching their head.
Oh yeah.
How in the hell did she do it?
I think it's like a true David and Goliath story.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're even asking me if I can bottle it up and kind of sell it to them and let them know how I did it. So
Yeah, and people nowadays want change. They don't want the same old thing, the same old rules, same old policy. You know, all that rule's been in there for decades. We're gonna just leave it in there for 20 more years. Let's change some stuff.
Yeah, we have
and
to
they
change.
want a change. They want a change.
And I think that's why I won the race. People were able to see that I was honest. I had integrity. I come from where they come from. I'm able to relate with their issues and their problems. I mean, I was on a fixed income before becoming the Hamilton County Commissioner.
Now see that?
And now God, I have a 6-figure income.
Wow.
Didn't even know how much I was going to make to do that.
Right.
But I knew in 2006 when I ran, that was my dream, and I kept the dream alive until now.
That's wonderful, Stephanie. But you know what? Before we even get started all this stuff, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do.
But before we get started,
Icebreaker!
icebreaker. She ain't gonna be no different than our show. You know how we always do it? Icebreaker.
So go to Holiday Movie.
So, you know what? I was gonna do something crazy like I always do, like movies, skits, music. But guess what I decided to do?
Dan Steps, please say no because we can't.
Oh, that's right.
I'm a little injured here.
Well, what we're gonna do is famous quotes
Oh, that's a good one.
by famous people. All right. I'm gonna read them, and they're gonna guess them. So I'm like, what the hell did I get myself into? Excuse me. All right, you guys. Okay, so you guys can ask me, and you at home too. If you guys know,
Yeah,
you
chime in.
tune in or whatever for
this.
this right here. You can write in the bottom of the thing. Hello. All right. So first quote. Marriage is really tough because you have to deal with feelings and lawyers. If you want 3 names, I will give them to you.
Yeah, you got your 3 names on that.
Denzel Washington, Michelle Obama, or Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
There you go.
Okay.
Marriage is really tough, but you have to deal with feelings and lawyers. How about that? Exactly. Next one. I don't care how busy I am. I always make time for what is important to me. I don't care how busy I am. I always make time for what's important to me.
Inga Rachel Project?
I have. All right, give you 3 picks, you guys. This is hard. Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Michelle Obama, Kevin Hart.
Michelle Obama.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, you know, ain't he selfish? Michelle Obama could never be selfish.
Right.
All right, you guys, ready?
Kevin. Just because we both short. Okay.
All right, so next one. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in someone's life. You want 3 answers?
Mm-hmm.
Richard Pryor, Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama.
I think that's Obama.
It is Michelle Obama. You know she's all
Good.
You know she's all just giving and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
And I carried her purse around through my whole campaign. I didn't bring it today.
Oh,
I had all
wow.
different kinds of it, and I carried her right with
Hello,
me.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
Calm.org.net.
Oh my gosh, we love her. You know what I mean? Michelle, give me an interview.
Bring those boots, boo. Bring those boots.
Okay, ready? Let's see here. I really don't think I have buns of steel, but I'd be happy with buns of cinnamon. It's gonna be hard. You don't guess that one.
My son.
No.
No.
Okay, so I'll give you 3 of them. Oprah, Kevin Hart, or Ellen DeGeneres.
I think it's right.
Yeah, it's Ellen.
It's Ellen.
Yes,
Okay.
it's Ellen. We are done. You guys, that wasn't hard.
Good.
You know why though? Because it wasn't like something you would pull out like I have a dream speech or a quote.
No.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
That's
hard.
why we was looking like, hey.
Because you have to guess what the person's personality is that would say it. Like Kevin Hart, selfish. Michelle Obama, giving. Ellen, funny. Buns of steel, honey.
Happy to see
Bam! All right. So, I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Okay, you guys. We're going to get a little bit of education today. You know why?
Why?
Because not everybody is good at government, because I'm not good at government. But we're going to learn today.
Oh!
So,
Okay.
what we're going to do is this. First, we're going to talk about your background. So, you were the mayor of Forest Park. You okay?
Yeah. I forgot.
Your leg. Oh my goodness. So, you
Yes.
were the mayor for Forest Park.
Yes.
And how long was you there?
6 years as vice mayor and 6 years as mayor.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so then there was Democratic Party that you were there with. And
Well,
so
actually, it's a nonpartisan council.
Okay.
You can't declare your party, yeah.
Okay. See, we're not reading it here. So.
Okay.
Okay, and then you, from there, you went ahead and started your campaign for the Hamilton County Commissioner.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when you won, and they talked about you ran against James Wolfe.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, I left Forest Park to become the village manager of Lincoln Heights for 40 years.
Oh, I missed that part in your okay.
Okay. And
So
then after that, I ran for county commission.
So you were at Lincoln Heights first.
Yes.
And then you ran. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
With that, because I know you said like you didn't start out initially, and you were like on a fixed income. What led you to public service?
From a child, just wanted to be an advocate for people, and so I spent my professional career as an advocate, a mental health advocate for children in a psychiatric facility. So it's just an extension of advocating for people, but in a governmental way, and just where the money is. You know, you can kind of steer the money toward people that need it.
So your thoughts when you were younger, going to college, said, I want to help people. I'm going to be in the public eye helping people. And, you
I
know,
always wanted to be a social worker since kindergarten.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's really unusual.
Yeah, so why?
I even won the prize for, long story short, in kindergarten, they went around the class and asked, what do you want for Christmas? And I was the only one that said I wanted something for everybody else. I wanted all the children in the world to have. So I won the cootie game. Everybody knows about the cootie game. You guys are too young. But so at my celebration party, somebody brought me a brand new cootie game.
okay, so, you know, okay, so I'm from Fort Wayne, and the cootie game is something else totally different. So, we will get into that though. We missed something totally. Oh, I'm sorry,
That's okay. That's
completely alcohol and drug-free
environment.
Yes.
Okay, so then when you did that, and then you won your award and everything, so then you went on.
Went on and I became a licensed social worker. Actually won a full academic scholarship from Hughes High School.
Wow.
And then went to UC and became a licensed social worker, and I've been doing that forever.
Now, how was that? Because I know that a lot of social workers see things that we don't see.
Right. Well, I didn't want to work in a normal system like Job and Family Services because they're so restricted.
Right.
If you're $1 over, you can't get food stamps or whatever. And I just couldn't live. I couldn't work like that. So
Because you're giving.
yes, yes. So working with children, it was hard too in abusive situations, but I loved what I've been doing, and I went on to become a certified healthy relationship facilitator. So I work with couples that are trying to get married and to try to resolve some of those issues also.
Then now, did you, let's go back to the school and then your social worker. So in college, what was your major in college? What did you go to college?
Sociology initially, and then you go into arts and science for social work at the University of Cincinnati.
Okay,
Yeah.
you see, that's what you are going to.
Oh,
We got stuff to do, you
okay.
can tell, yeah.
I'm gonna meet there.
Yeah.
She's so nervous, she's going to orientation on Friday.
Oh, okay,
But she's
great.
dragging Dad with her.
Okay.
I'm
wow.
usually.
See.
Go over to Bagel Brothers and say hi to Lecca in the game.
Right.
That's where I work from our
Oh, really?
through college. Yeah.
Okay.
So tell us, Miss Stephanie, let's talk about the job itself. What does a Hamilton County VP Commissioner do? What do you do?
Well, we oversee $240 million a year, and when I say I oversee, it can be any department you can think of: the Sheriff Department, Job and Family Services, Infrastructure, Port Authority. When I say oversee, they have to come to us to get monies to do what they need to do.
Okay.
CDC, transportation helps us. So every entity you can think of and every neighborhood you can think of, they come to us for grants. For us to improve TI, they call them TIFs,
Okay.
which is tax increment financing for each area. And so we have to prove that. We're looking at senior services, and there's some money that came in through our senior levy, and we're trying to oversee to make sure the right agencies get the money to help our seniors too. So I've been shaking up some things down there. I think it's a little cultural adjustment because I ask things a little differently. Questions don't really want to be asked because people have been doing things the same way for
I've been doing it for 20 years, but the same old way. We're going to continue the same old way.
Absolutely. So my focus is inclusion. I want to make sure that all people get included when those bids and contracts come in.
That's a big thing what you're saying. That's
Right.
so big.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm just speaking from, I'm a realtor too, but I'm speaking from people that, have issues with trying to get the contracts for the highways and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Yeah, it's like a circle, and they don't let you in the circle.
Yeah.
But that's good that you're shaking
We're
that
gonna
up.
stop that.
I mean, that'd be so great.
To switch that up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have
It's not gonna be easy though.
No, it's not.
You're asking people to change
Exactly.
the way they think and the way they do things. You're asking them to change, so that's gonna be hard.
So I asked for one contract, well, how do you decide which company gets it? I said, well, we have an email list of these companies. No. You have to throw the net out a little farther. So, and you have to make sure that people know that the money is available. We have like $750,000 right now available through our community development block grant. And they've already put out the RFPs, requests for proposals. A lot of people don't know. And I'm saying stop the process.
Right.
Until more people find out about this money. So, yeah.
So where can they go to find out about it?
Well, on our website, hamilton-co.org has some of the RFPs on it. And you can also email me at Stephanie.Sumerrow-Dumas, one word, at hamilton-co.org and ask the question, because I have several senior service agencies that have sent me in proposals to be considered for.
And guys, we will put that back into the messages in the blank too. But I have a question over here. Marco Bowden says, thank you for shaking things up. Let's see here. I see something over there.
Yeah,
If you guys have questions, what type of in, you have something to ask Miss Stephanie, we will definitely read them to her. You welcome, Margot.
No questions here, just all thumbs up and
Okay.
hands in the air. So they give me lots of love.
You know, and I like that your thought pattern that you just want to change. You come in with a fresh mind, so you're not influenced by other people saying something. It sounds like you're gonna stand your ground too on what it needs to be done.
Right.
Because it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be you're gonna need people to back you on some of these things also too.
And I came in, I wanted to listen and just see how things are going, and then I raised the covers up and it's exposed almost within a week, and so, oh God, well, this is what you want me to do, this is what I have to do, so, didn't want to, but I have to.
Right.
Can't turn a blind eye to it, so,
I think a big thing that Strict Report will, especially me, because I voted for you, but I'm not saying you.
okay.
But one of the things that Strict Report with me was that you weren't afraid to knock down that sense of entitlement. Because it's huge here, because they know they get it every single year, so it's like they don't even really work hard for it. And I feel like that we've lost touch with what that is. Like it's not as many outreaches to volunteer and things of that nature to the normal neighborhoods as it used to be when I was growing up, when I was younger. So hopefully that gets kind of put back in the block.
Well, you bring up a good point, because our boards and commissions, we need new people on there. We've had the same people on the boards and commissions, so therefore, decisions are going the same way, as you said. So we need people to be more active, and that's also on the website, how to be involved with the boards and commissions. I know specifically the dog warden contract is $1.5 million a year. We pay $5,000 a day for a dog warden to pick up stray dogs, and I'm thinking, okay, let me see the data. How many dogs are we getting?
Right.
So for a whole year, I think it was 182 dogs, but we're paying.
So that's only $182
Right.
per day or
No, the year. So we're paying $150,000 a month for a dog warden. So I stopped it. I delayed it for a while, but I don't know how long I can delay it. On the commission, you only need 2 votes. So if I'm the odd man out, it's okay because I still get my voice heard.
Now I'm wondering though, now it's a dog policy, but what about cats? They list cats as stray animals.
Yeah, dogs and cats. Yeah.
Oh, but you ever go to Hampton County up near?
Yes, on Corner?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see all those wild cats running? I mean, they ain't picking them up. There's a whole bunch of them.
They're fast breeders too, like rabbits.
Oh my gosh, they are. It's crazy.
The gestational period is hard to keep them under control as much.
But
as
182 for a year, come on now.
Well,
I see that. Right?
Somebody's been going to Sumerrow, and I didn't do what I need. I just want to get some of my coins.
Right.
Okay. Some coffee shop is happening somewhere.
Right.
But
And that's just one issue. Like we're trying to do our health clinic for our employees to try to keep the insurance costs down. And they suggested a $2.3 million they want to spend for the year to have our employees maybe go to their neighborhood clinics, but only 30% of the employees even filled out a survey to say they would do that. So how do you commit $2.3 million to a new program that people are not saying that they want? So my thought was to just give incentives to people, like if you go for your physical, you'll get $50. People like the money or whatever. But anyway, I voted no on that, but it did pass.
Speaking of that though, I don't know if this is within your power, but it sounds like grant writing is. Planned Parenthood. A lot of those are going away.
Right.
Yeah. And I think, believe it or not, when I was younger, in college, leaving high school, you don't have, back then you didn't have insurance if your parents no more. They put you right off the insurance.
Right.
Planned Parenthood was the only place I could go and get a discount on birth control and your yearly exams and stuff on that. And now they cut all those services down, you know, and even sex education where you can take your kids, not saying that they're, you know, everything, some things do cost money, even if you have money. And they can go watch them and educate them on, just being sexually active and that kind of thing. But now that they cut those services away, and you can't find Planned Parenthoods in neighborhoods no more, which I think that was one program they should never took away.
And that's really more on the federal level where they're taking monies away, but we definitely need that program. Matter of fact, I'm meeting with that group next week. But I was trying to get endorsed for our Women's Political Caucus, and I talked about Planned Parenthood, how good they were.
They
and
are.
Also, the Women's Crisis Center, because I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and they said, well, since you give money to them, we're not endorsing you. I said, what? Well, do you know they saved my life?
Right.
And they didn't care, so they did not endorse me, but I still won. So, that's a different.
It's a different company. Okay.
Yeah, that's a different factor. So.
Well, you know, I get it, but that's just
Right.
terrible that nobody can come to agreement
Yeah,
on
right.
that. That's ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
But I did like them. It was easy for me,
Sure.
and then you can go there and then pay and just kind of price for your birth control pills or whatever thing you needed.
Sure.
And I think it's discreet where if you're a young person and your parents or whatever, you
Right.
can go there and talk to them about anything you want to talk to.
Absolutely.
But I hate they cut that program out for people. But hey, it is what it is.
It's also attendance and utilization too, because I think, you know, some of those programs were getting, but then what people don't realize is when you get programs in place, they also monitor attendance, just like she just went with the dog walker. Okay, we're allocating X amount for 187 people. Well, the public, obviously they don't need it because they're not using it.
Right.
So it's about those things to where, you know, we are stating what we don't have, but are we using it once we get it?
Right.
And are we sticking to our guns to put out there to our public servants that that's what we want? Because a lot of times you would go and vote and you put your sticker on, but like, are you writing letters? Are you making
Right.
those phone calls?
Right.
Are you
Right.
sending those emails? Are you going to email her about the bid, or just be like, oh, well, they're giving it? No one's going to give you anything. It's like, you know, no one gave her anything. You got to work for it. That's my 2 cents a month. So.
But you know what though, and I agree with you saying, but sometimes if you've been silenced for so long and you felt like your voice does not count on anything that you say, you get tired of going that daggone air. And then, but when you finally get somebody that's going to listen to what you're saying, and she said, I'm going to listen, you know, everybody, you take that to heed to say that she's going to listen to what you're saying. Go ahead and put that email out there. Don't be discouraged. No questions stupid. You know, if you don't ask questions, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and I've had so many people come down to see me because of my campaign and the belief
Right.
that I will listen to them, and I will. So.
Which is really good, you know, so that they need that, you know.
And I always say, when we talk about money, Planned Parenthood, and all, follow the money. So, you know, there are people that have the money have decided that Planned Parenthood is not important. So, and they have the power, they say. But we can change that. People can change that.
Well, you know, it's always easy to say that something's not important when you
Right.
ain't living that life.
There you go.
If you're not living that life,
Right.
you don't think that's important. You know, my kids ain't got to do it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's not important to you.
Right.
But for a 15-year-old that doesn't have a family, whether foster care, whatever it could be,
Right.
that don't have that, she needs somewhere sacred she can go and feel comfortable and talk to them about whatever is in her mind when it comes to that. You know, sexuality is a part of life.
That's how we
God
got
gave
here.
it. God gave it to us. So you have to talk about it. So if you are 15, 14, 13, 12, 8, and you don't understand it, and somebody's offering you an opportunity that, you know, you come talk to me and no one has, you're going to take that opportunity.
It's a necessity, for
Right.
sure.
It is
Yeah.
definitely a necessity for that. So I'm hoping that, you know, this opens the door for communication with, you know, everybody out there that's listening to email her with questions. You know, if you have an issue that you wonder how do you get into the road fixings or whatever, then, you know, you can email and discuss with her what's the plan for that kind of thing.
And I was looking at specific problems like transportation, the lack of transportation, the antiquated equipment, things like that. And then I saw that I needed to focus on systems. When I say systems, JFS.
Yes.
I'm looking at why certain staff are not promoted that have been there for years. Why is there a pattern of who's getting promoted to try to silence some of those workers? So I'm looking really into the systems and how they work or how they don't work.
Wow.
So that takes a little more strategic kind of questions and just analyzing things and time. Yeah. So.
Now, now how does this part work, Ms. Stephanie? Do you bring people in to help you, like, you know, they have expertise, and certain expertise come in? Because I mean, you're only one person. Do you bring people in outside to help you to to figure these processes out?
Well, I think because I've worked in a municipality, I've worked in a village, I worked for federal government as a grant writer and things like that. I think because of my experience in all levels of government, I have a sense of how government works. That's why I wrote my second book.
What's your book called?
The Politics of Politics, Let the Games Begin.
In the first book?
Yeah.
You bring
The
up?
first book is Perpetuating a Perpetrator. I Love Me Better Than That. That was about the domestic violence.
Did you bring any books with you?
No.
Next time we're gonna bring your books. We'll show them next time.
Yeah.
I will be getting me.
Yeah, we'll show them next
Yeah,
time.
so, it just talks about the games, and people want to be involved in politics to know what to be aware of and how the games are played.
Wow.
So I can't wait to write my next one after this adventure.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
yeah, so.
That is excellent. So you have two books out.
And the third one is coming out very soon, a Christian book for children. Just waiting for the illustrator to finish.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
You have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of things.
But
Melanie,
I just love what I do. I just love what I do.
So let's skip around a little bit. So you tell us what is your favorite quote? Or if you made one up yourself, that'd be great.
Well, it's not really a quote, it's a little longer, but Martin Luther King Jr. once said, we must do more than register, more than just vote. We should select leaders that embody the virtues that we can respect, the moral and ethical principles that make us stand up and applaud with enthusiasm. And what that means is don't just, like 2020, two of the commissioners are running. So you might want to be a commissioner. So what I'm saying is look at more than what they present and how they seem, just go deeper, not just them, but anybody running for council or whatever, and get the right person in there. As I said earlier, I'm only one vote. It takes 2 votes to pass. So it would be great if somebody could get in there that like mindset, is not to agree with everything I say, but to know where people are coming from and to feel their hurt and their pain and be passionate about it. So I'm sure that God will bring somebody in there that will be on the same page, that will be able to look at things the same, not the same, but look at things with just a different eye, I should say.
Right.
Sometimes when you're there a long time, you get entrenched in relationships and partnerships, and so you can't sometimes see clearly. So for me, it's not the power or the authority or anything like that. It's like making a difference and making a path for those who want to take my seat one day. So it's a 4-year seat, and I mean, I'm just thinking of all the things we've done already in almost 90 days. It's unbelievable. There are little steps.
Can you name a couple of things you've done so far that you completed?
I would say changing processes more so than anything. When we say about how you send bids out, I think we've changed that process. When they had our agenda for JFS, and we were approving like $3 million for this, $500,000, and you didn't know what it was for, you didn't know who had bid on it. So just being more clear for people to know what's going on. And 600,000 is not a drop in the bucket.
No.
So they're considered consent agendas. And so every time, that means you just say yes, you don't answer the questions. So I'm asking questions about it. I think maybe making people more accountable, I think is so it's more of a global accomplishment than anything. So making people wait before they vote on things and maybe figure things a little differently and get more facts. So it's just more just an impact in that way. So.
Did you guys remember this? I did it for a little bit, but there was I don't know if it was a law or they tried to pass it. There was something about that in order for people to get food stamps or any kind of welfare from the county, that they would have to pass drug tests. Do you remember something? But they talked about it.
It was proposed on a ballot at one point that because there is a question when you go and fill out for public assistance. There's a question on there: have you been convicted of drug?
Oh, then they make them do that.
Correct. Because you don't want to use government money to help somebody go to house.
No, yeah.
Necessity. So that's kind of where.
So that wasn't spread out to everybody. It wasn't like stand in line and you go take a, test and do that. I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, not everybody, because you're on, on government assistance, that everybody's like that.
Right.
I thought it was kind of like a way of saying that, you know what, you all are on food stamps or a government thing, so you all are not worthy. So we're gonna have you pee in this cup, and then we'll decide if you want to give you some. I thought it was, but I didn't know if it took effect or not. I didn't follow it very much. Yeah, I never followed that much.
And you speak of having maybe a charge or a felony or some reentry is really important to me. Having personally experienced 3 nephews that were in prison at the same time. It's like, oh, my heart was like 22, 23, whatever. So they're all out, and so that's awesome. But I just have a special place in my heart
Because of it.
Yeah, well, just in general, people that are coming out trying to do better, trying to be, they're being judged because they were in there, and so we need to do better. We do have a reentry department on the 1st floor of the county building where I'm located. I'm on the 6th floor. And so they can go down there, and she's a good director, and I think she'll try to help whoever wants to get some help as it relates to getting a job or whatever.
Do you think that they should, like they do some things with stealing records, but only steal them when it comes to things like murder and like that, but steal them for jobs only where you can't read things like that, they get them?
Well, I think it depends on what job you're seeking. I mean, if you're working with children or whatever, of course, but I think most of them should be sealed, other than the violent offenders, for sure.
Wow. That's neat. That's neat. And when you pass one rule, you have to make sure that the things that come behind it. Because you ever see some things that change and they put a rule in place for it, then somebody finds some kind of way to something like, what the heck?
So, and I just wanted to mention this, it's a little thing, but a big thing. We had Black History Month for the first time ever in Hamilton County. They've never recognized that, and so I had my generals come in, and it was strategically done to let people know that we have soldiers out there that are supporting us. So we had a Black History Month, and it was awesome. We need to recognize all cultures for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Just really proud of doing that. So.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird too, growing up here, because I'm native here, but you have all these different festivals, the German culture from here and all our history, and it was never done, because I mean, the only thing we had was the Black Family Reunion, which was the Black Family. And that went away, and it came back, and it went away again.
And so, you think about me being the first African American on the commission in 223 years, which is crazy. Yeah, which is crazy. And then the first African American woman in the state of Ohio ever to be a commissioner, which is also crazy, but it happened, and we're going to move forward. And I think about Demaya Bernard, who said about she brings her own chair to the table, and she was at a panel I was on. I said, and I kind of changed it a little bit. I don't bring a chair to the table. I bring my own table.
Hey.
And so, I don't want to be at your table. I don't want to be there. I don't want a chair.
Exactly.
But anyway, so it's just an awesome time in Hamilton County. So.
Yeah. You sound like you're ready to change a lot of things.
Yeah, I have no fear.
No, you don't.
And so I'm just standing strong, and I'm standing.
Especially a woman that was domestic violence, and if you survive that, nothing else gonna scare you.
Right, exactly.
I don't think nothing else is gonna be like, you're like, well, you know what, hey, I don't been through that. So, yes. Now, what would a young Miss Stephanie look like when you were a child? What was your personality? What kind of things you like to do? Like ride your bike? Was you athletic?
Athletic, ride my bike. I used to play semi-pro softball.
Oh, goodness.
20 years ago, third base.
So you love the Reds, then?
My dad worked for the Reds, so we were blessed to have, like I said, a box seat today because you're the commissioner. They're okay. They bring money in. It's funny that the owner of the Reds, I met him today, and he was saying, "Well, thank you." He said, "You're my landlord," But he said, "Keep your smile." He said, "Because when we come to the room, you light up the whole room." So it was just really nice.
That was nice.
I mean, we're off.
They'll do that 2 at a time.
Okay.
No, I'm back. My thing was just
But it's very different because we still go because of the YouTube channel.
Okay,
Still
sure,
go.
absolutely, so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as a judge, just helping, always defended other people, as I said, very athletic. I was in the drill team and I was a majorette in the band and all of that kind of stuff, so.
Wow.
Now what am I doing? It's probably a little boring now, you know, going to church.
Well, you know, Miss Stephanie, I can help you with that.
You leading the charge.
I do have a spin class. You can come get on the bike.
Okay, I'll think about that,
Since
yeah.
you hip hop spin, you can come
Right.
get on the bike with me. We
It's
dance
fun.
on the bike.
Right,
It's dancing on the bike.
It's
that's a good
fun.
thing, yeah, so, and I have one adult son, I'm single, been single for about 32 years, so, not looking.
Come on.
But I have a question though, but
Okay.
now that you're in the public eye now,
Sure.
how clogged up is your inbox with guys?
Quite a bit.
I knew it. I knew it.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
And I always take, this is the first time I've actually come on my own, I always have someone with me. Yeah, but, yeah, they're pretty.
You know, because I think that men love women that are doing their thing.
Mhm.
You know, that when you're trying to be out here and make a difference, men see that. You know what I mean? Not saying that all of them are just, but there could be somebody out there, but you never know. I hope you open your heart for somebody.
Yeah, I probably will. But my support politically has been, I would say 95% men. I can count on one hand the women that have supported me for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, I have friends, but politically.
We gotta change that part.
Yeah,
Well, how can we do that? How do we change that? You know what? You know we even with like entrepreneurs like you, we have that issue too.
Yeah.
You know, but I try to support everybody. I make it a purpose to support a lot of people.
Right.
You know, and because I want to get rid of that barrier. I want to get rid of that
It's a
thought
spirit
that we all
jealousy.
can't eat. One person is doing something. We
There's
all
so
can.
much for all of us.
It's so much.
Yeah.
But
so-
how do we get that thought of we are as one, as we say, we're in these different groups, not just cliques or culture or tribes like that, but just a group where we all women trying to do something. You know what I mean? How do we change that?
I don't have an answer for that. I see, like you say, there's enough on the table on the plate
It
for
is.
everybody. And so it's just this sense of competition. I don't know why the guys have been so supportive, but I mean,
Well, it could be that you're good
Because
looking.
you're cute.
I don't know why. I don't know why the
there's
guys.
always been, they're always
You're gonna blush.
You can put that on. You can ask her no
But
no that's fake.
I'm pretty sure your good looks has something to do with that.
But
too.
I run a lot of guys away, I'm sure, because but I shouldn't, because I'm just a sweetheart.
Oh.
But I guess power, it can attract or it can, so like, am I good enough or what? Yeah, you're good enough,
Yeah.
we just want what all women want, somebody
Right.
to treat them with respect and things like that.
I'm like, you're here, ain't you?
Yeah, we had a dating show in February for
dating show?
We did,
Oh.
and we got together with men and women, all ages. It was crazy.
Oh, I'm
And we
sure.
talked about the barriers between. I've been married for 20
We gotta do
years,
it
but
Okay.
but we talked about the barrier between the men and the women, and it was crazy what the men thought versus what the women thought. They were like, it was like dating today, from what I gathered.
It's
you know,
so weird.
Well, they're not together; they're separate. The men don't. The men think of women as strong women that don't need a man, and the women think of the men as I don't really need you either. So they sitting on two sides of the room. I'm serious, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. No one was wanting to commit to say that I need you. No one would say that. And it was the weirdest thing. And I was listening to what you were just saying a minute ago, about how they feel that way. But I don't know if we should keep letting these men think that we're just too strong, we can't handle it.
Well,
I don't know.
I have a different opinion on that.
We have to be who we are.
You just gotta be who you are.
And so, if a man thinks that he can handle me with the power or authority or however I present myself, come on, bring it on. You know what I'm saying? But just be confident to do that. And so, and there, you know, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm like, I can go to work and do me, help support you in what you're doing, do things. wait. And you know, all of the other stuff. But I mean, is it what?
I didn't say nothing.
I'm just saying, I don't need you for that. But when I do need you for the things that I need,
Right.
because what everyone needs is not one set open book. Like I'm not a very, I'm a very loving person, but I'm not a very like affectionate person. So I don't really show a lot of emotion unless either I'm like really, really happy or really, really mad. But it's one of those things where it's like not every woman needs you to come in and just pay all the bills and like be cute. I might just need you to just like listen to me, like vent or hug me, or show up to an event and like that's it. Like I think it's just like you said, you got to be able to accept the person for a person and not a role, because there aren't roles anymore. We're all individuals. And that's the issue.
I might use you too. I'm thinking because I have a conference that I'm going to do. It's never been done, and I'll talk about it later. But I can see.
But I would love to.
But I tell you one thing about this though, Miss Stephanie, and I'm gonna give this to Ingrid. Ingrid knows me. I still think, I know you guys are two strong women, but I really want to break down these doors of, you know, I think in some kind of way you should feel a little bit of vulnerability when it comes to men. It's a little bit, because I think that these brothers are feeling like y'all don't need them, and I don't think y'all should be giving that message out.
I don't want to give that message.
Right. I don't want you to.
But from that talk, when we were talking, that's how they were doing. It was like nobody was like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And maybe because I ain't dated, I don't know how long. It's been a long time.
I think we need to figure that word need. Like I don't want to need you. I want to want you. When you need someone, it's okay, I'm doing this to survive or for necessity, or like some people do anything just to live or just to survive. You know what I mean? Very few people get to a place where they can do what they want to do. We all work hard, we break our necks, we go to school, we educate ourselves, we put our best foot forward to be able to do the things that we want to do. I don't want a man that I need. I want a man that I want. I don't want a man that needs me. I want a man that I want. Period.
Wow.
Okay, I like that. But you weren't expressing that
because I was trying to listen and be softer to people. You can't do that. You can't. I tried.
She was not doing that.
I tried to be
Oh no, she was not.
And I was being good.
Oh Jesus.
I was there. I was very present. I was very supportive. I'm a very good girl. I'm all in. When you're my man, you're my man. I'm all in. But my thing is, what you're not gonna do is be a succubus. What? This is just life. And because the whole thing is, what I don't want, and what I found is a pattern of, and this, I'm not just talking about one individual, I'm just saying I found a pattern in my life of, but you're so good for him. You guys are good. You're so wonderful for him. But where is it, where does anyone stop to say, but he's so good
for you?
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, I can see the things that are fulfilling certain aspects of my womanhood, but there is a point in time where I do not want to be strong all the time, where I do want to be vulnerable, where I might want to cry, where I might just have a bad day, and I don't want you to fix it. I just need someone to listen, because I can't share with anyone else in this world, and I just want to be raw. And I just need you to be able to know to sit there and, like, for me, like I sit there for you. Exactly. It's not about all that, because my thing is, when you leave my life, it ain't gonna stop. I'm not gonna worry about how I'm gonna pay a bill, feed my son, drive to work, do what I do, get on stage, anything that I do, because I built it. I didn't build it on my back, I built it on my feet with my brain. So what you're not gonna do is feel like you're gonna make me doubt that or put that down or forget that to build into.
No.
Period. If I gotta disappear for you to shine, you was dusty to begin with, so I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, Miss Stephanie,
well, I know you're in power, and when I say I don't want to say that in an egotistical way, but like, I mean, all these departments that I am, the sheriff department, I can name them all, but I get tired of always making critical decisions and all. I want to relax. I want somebody to treat me like a woman,
right?
Not to have expectations of where this is going, because as I said, I've been, divorced for 32 years. I mean, I might have had 2 guys in between that I dated for a little bit, but not very much. So you want somebody to treat you like a lady. You want somebody that you don't have to, of course, I would never take care of, but somebody that can provide the finer things for me, because that's what I expect, and they're out there.
They are.
But they're just a little threatening. Well, I haven't been anywhere to meet it. I go to church.
Well, you know what?
When
are you going to meet
Right, I don't go anywhere.
And that's the thing about that. They talk about that too. There's really no outlet, and a lot of people are still scared of the internet dating kind of thing because of the way it presents itself.
Yeah.
And not everybody's on the internet, also, you know, that kind of thing. But let's talk. We always run out of time all the time. But tell us. This is so much fun. We so tired. So tell the audience what type of projects do you have going on that you want them to know, or events coming up that you want them to know about?
Oh my goodness. Just check my Facebook page, because I try to keep everybody informed of where I am, what I've done. I want you to know that since you voted me in, I'm not sitting on my tail in the office. I'm everywhere, and you'll see that. And you know, just let me know if you want me to come to you. I was on a panel last week, Why Black Men Are Dying.
I seen that.
Yeah, and I loved it, and so I was like, I was the only woman they invited, and they wanted to know about political, you know, policies and how to get involved, and I loved it. So every day, every week, I think this is my first weekend free, but every weekend I'm everywhere. So just
That's a good
keep
topic.
up.
That should be on nationwide.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
absolutely.
topic.
Yeah. So.
What was, I don't have a lot of time, but what was the conclusion of the talk?
Well, they had a judge there, and they were talking about the felonies and how they are depressed about that, and they want to move forward. And they had a psychologist who was just saying that you have to get out there and get involved and let people know what you stand for. Just trying to build their confidence and everything, getting them involved in political situations that maybe they disagree with the felony kind of reentry stuff. So just trying to get them more active, more involved, involved with positive people in their lives. So
yeah, I seen that. I seen
the spiritual aspect of it and everything. So it was really good. So I went from a Muslim dinner that they had, and they asked me to speak there as a commissioner. They were so happy about me being elected. Then I went from there to a Jewish Federation, which I'm a celebrity judge for some awards coming up next week. So I, you know, there's no restriction of where I go.
Wow.
I won't say that. I don't think there are any restrictions for where I go, because you can make an impact wherever you are. So
that is wonderful. That is so good. Now you so they'll go to your page. We'll tag that into the line so you guys can see that feed right there.
And hashtag Dumas Train is also. Hashtag Dumas Train.
Okay, we'll hashtag that also too. But as we always do, I'm gonna go.
Now it's time to say goodbye.
We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you. You guys are awesome.
And guys, I don't know if you've never met her, because this is my first time like meeting her in person, but her energy is just
Oh my God, yeah.
So
If you read that Facebook page when she's on, it looks just like her, and she sounds like her and everything.
because her is her.
All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We are about to end our night, but next week we have Ed Sachs Thomas coming through. All right, good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.